All right, it is June 4th, 84 degrees out Fahrenheit. It is a Wednesday, a little after 7:30 p.m. We are here at Resorts World. Resorts World has free parking again. We are at Resorts World, Fontainebleau over here, Sahara, Strat. I know a lot of people are always making content about the downfall and all the management and leadership issues of Fontainebleau and Resorts World. Even if any of that or whatever of that is true, I will always argue that none of that matters unless you revitalize the north side of the strip. Cannot compete with any other side of the strip. You might have some uptick of tourism on this side when conventions are going on, festivals, etc. But I do believe you do not invest money into the side. It took 15 years for Fontainebleau to open. If you just keep opening something up every 5, 10 years, etc., nothing will ever pick up and you will never get the traction you need over here. You need people to want to stay on the north side of the strip. Want to actually stay here and then just stay on the north side, see all the hotels like they do in the middle or going towards south. And give people a reason to walk towards here. You got to fill in that gap between Wynn, on the other side of Wynn, between Resorts World and the Fashion Show Mall. You have a empty space where Wet n Wild used to be in front of Sahara. Between Sahara and Fontainebleau. You have Circus, that whatever's gonna happen there now. You have a whole project that's supposed to be happening in front of the convention center that has old land right there. They flattened it out. Nothing ever happens. Vegas takes a very, very long time for projects to even, they get announced. Most of them don't even come to any sort of beginnings of it. And even when they do start, a lot of them end up just stopping construction. Fontainebleau as an example, 15 years. You got that boutique on the south side of the strip. Also those two towers that was supposed to be some sort of high roller observation wheel, still standing there after 10 years. So to me, as much as you want to complain about these hotels, unless something happens to the north side of the strip, there's really no point. If you take this hotel with a giant crane, take Aria, basically like walking through almost the same hotel, take Aria, put it here, put Resorts World there, Fontainebleau there, you're going to see a much bigger difference in what happens to these hotels. I think that is just pretty obvious. Even when you're going towards, south, you have obviously Luxor, Excalibur, Mandalay Bay on that south side. Just those three hotels that have a monorail connected to those. You had Tropicana, which is gone now. You are going to get a baseball stadium, probably, on that side of the strip. But those hotels are also iconic. People go towards New York, and MGM Grand. So they'll still make their way over there. Things still happen at those hotels. Maybe when you had Riviera and Stardust on this side of the strip, where we are on the location where Stardust used to be, those are two iconic hotels, but Sahara and Strat can only hold on to that for so long. And just obviously right now with Las Vegas Strip in general, tourism being down, hotels not listening to the people, but obviously seeing what they have to do now is give people some sort of deals for them to actually come here to Las Vegas in general. It's going to be even tougher for the north side of the strip. That's all I'm saying. Even if people come stay at Resorts World, Fontainebleau, I'm going to say majority of them are going to be like, this is your first time in Vegas, second time in Vegas. I want to go by the Bellagio. I want to go see the fountains. I want to go see the conservatory. I want to see Caesar's Palace. I want to go to the Eiffel Tower. I want to see Paris, Cosmo, all those hotels. I want to go where the excitement is. I don't want to stay here on the north side of the strip. So you get a hotel here, you get a room here, but you don't gamble here, you don't stay here, you don't see anything here, because there's nothing here to really see. I see people make comments about like the layout is weird of this hotel out the Blue Resorts World. I mean, maybe, maybe not. I think that's, personal opinion, give or take. Either way, I think you can make that assumption about any hotel, and I think that's really just the narrative now. Just to complain about Fontainebleau Resorts World in any way. You either hate it, or love it, or it's dead, or it's not dead at all. I love that sunset glow on the strip. Like, that's the only reason to walk past Encore is these taco spots. Again, I'm not saying people don't, but this is basically where the strip ends for most people. Encore right here. Taken all the way to MGM Grand, New York, New York. And then, yes, you have Luxor, Excalibur, Mandalay Bay. People still go to those hotels because it's Luxor, it's Mandalay Bay, and things still happen there. You have a huge convention center, you have attractions there. You're right by the Las Vegas sign. Allegiant Stadium connects with that pedestrian bridge, well, the bridge that's over the I-15 that leads to Allegiant Stadium when concerts and games are going on. So again, nothing really happening on this side of the strip. This whole gap right here, this is owned by Wynn. There's always talks about a Wynn 2 coming here. Give people a reason to start walking here, walk into this hotel. You connect Wynn and Encore with the pedestrian bridge. Move along this way. I have no idea. I would say keep some of this, but this Denny, Walgreens, all this, something could go here. And you have Resorts World, then whatever you're gonna do with Circus, revitalize it, demolish it. That ground also that owns that also connects to the festival grounds, which I think they should probably just keep that as festival grounds. Then you have in front of the convention center here where it's supposedly condos, hotels, and attraction going to be built. Then you have between Fontainebleau and Sahara down there where there's another supposedly a whole huge resort's going to be. You need to keep pushing north, but if you do things every 5-10 years, like Fontainebleau took 15 years to come up, you're never going to get that traction. What happened over here? Somebody dropped their meal. It's a shame. I might want to cross. I'm not gonna make it. Can't tell if she's jogging or run to a bus or she's got to go. Something you gotta go. You gotta go. Look at those birds chirping on the strip. Las Vegas Strip. It's nature. Nature's all right here. Look at that. Birds are chirping. You go to the flamingo habitat. That's a little nature oasis on the strip. I always enjoy hanging out there. Even at night, you could walk in there. I believe, I don't know if it's all night, but until pretty late. Some of the areas will be chained off. But you can still walk through a decent amount of that area. Shout out to Carol. Watched, I believe, from UK. Her son Kevin and her watch my channel, so shout out to Carol. Hopefully you get out of the hospital soon and you can watch my channel from your home or anywhere else. And I appreciate you watching. And if you haven't yet, please hit that like button. All right. Take a hotel like Treasure Island. Nothing against Treasure Island, but unless they start remodeling that hotel or something, once Hard Rock comes along. You take Treasure Island, you put it where Fontainebleau is, and you put Fontainebleau where Treasure Island is. Watch the difference. going to sit here for about 5 minutes. Access nightclub. Back in the day when I used to go out, I always used to say Access was my favorite spot to party at. I think it was Sunday nights they did it, like a whole thing. Access Sunday nights I like going to. I thought I went too often. But still around. That, you got Encore Beach Club, which they used to have a turn into like something called Tryst, I believe. I don't know if it's still a thing. Now, if you're ever out late, drunk, you know, Encore and Wynn, sometimes maybe you can get confused of what hotel you're in. If you look down, Encore has butterflies on their carpet, and Wynn will have flowers. Wynn poker going on right here. What's up? Dun, dun. So they are building a day club, Omnia Day Club, pool club in front of Caesar's Palace. I feel like it's going to be something similar to what you see here at Encore Beach Club. Only difference when it's packed and so busy. Obviously, north side of the strip, there's not that many people here. But in front of Caesar's Palace, well, that's a different story. There is way more walk-through traffic in the middle of the strip. So you will be able to just hear that more. I'm not really sure how it's gonna go that way, but it is being built right now. Omnia Day Club is gonna have like a pedestrian bridge connected to their nightclub. That whole rotunda that had that moving walkway that would connect to Caesar's Palace, that was removed when Omnia was built. That's eventually gonna go away as well. I heard that area is not going to be part of the day club, but we will see. I was just filming that whole clip on cinematic mode, so. Every once in a while, I'll film a whole, if I'm using my phone, I either film my iPhone 16 or my Osmo Pocket 3. DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Right now, I am filming on my phone, though. So my phone and my gimbal. Pros and cons of both. Pros and cons, obviously, to me as well. What could be a pro to somebody else could be a con to somebody else. So. That chick that just went past there, I used to work with her. Her name's Ashley. I don't really know her that well or anything, but I know who she is. I guess she still works at something here at Winter Encore, maybe at one of the pool clubs. That's cool. It smells like fish right here. Lake of Dreams, that's where we just were, and they have that show at night. Now open late. Yeah, they do it pretty late. Sometimes they're 11:30 midnight, and that show will be going on. Probably saying about if things actually ever start moving to some extent, about 20 years, this side of the strip could potentially have some sort of action around it. If all those projects I mentioned earlier actually come true.
Party like it was 99 and 87, 88. I couldn't ask for no better weather. I'm right next to the Pacific, to be specific.
If you go down this way, Convention Center Drive, you will get to Bagel Mania. In my opinion, probably the best bagel spot, at least close to the Las Vegas Strip. As a New Yorker that loves his breakfast, loves his bagels, Loves his bacon. Loves his bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. Definitely recommend that spot. There is indoor dining where you could sit or order at a counter. Breakfast sandwich, bagel. It is usually pretty busy, and especially when conventions are going on. Service is pretty good sometimes. I feel like they could maybe move a little quicker, but I'm used to back in the day with that. Can't compare that East Coast hustle at East Coast delis. They know people want their bagels and their breakfast sandwiches quick, in and out. Look at these split. Don't hold a fit. Don't have a fit. Don't have a fit. Famous diner on the side of the strip, Peppermill. Definitely recommend if you have time to have breakfast here, lunch. I believe they're open. You have the Fireside Lounge here. Filming location for casino done here. De Niro and Stone. I do have that as part of my casino filming location video. You can check out on my channel. Just go to my homepage and type in casino filming location. Vegas ready. We've also done like Vegas Vacation, Hangover 1 and 3, Leaving Las Vegas, Fools Rush In, What Happens in Vegas, and more. And I will be doing more over time as well. Once I move close to the strip, hopefully in a year, is my plan right now. Be able to do things a little more smoother, efficiently. I do have plenty of videos, and I will always go off the strip as well, but main hub is obviously strip, closest to the strip, around the strip, Fremont, etc. So overall, I'll be able to do a lot more. Me and my cat, Vegas Bing. That's Vegas Bing, B-I-N-G. It smells like burgers right here. And this is the other area right here that for a while was flattened out. And there is what was talks. You could see outlines and plans that what's supposed to be here. I believe it was like a hotel, some attraction, condos, shopping, etc. But I haven't seen anything moving on that. And then you have Circus over here that is for sale, was sold, nobody knows yet. We know it's for sale. And they own this property and land that wraps around all the way, these condos and timeshare as well, all the way to the festival grounds that are on the Strip in Sahara, that when we were young festival and others still go around. No idea if that will be taken over by a resort one day as well. That actually landed is when the first hotel ever on the Las Vegas Strip, El Rancho Hotel, was on that land. And then eventually I believe it moved to this side of the Strip. But that is the land where the first hotel on the Strip happened. So once you have all these things here, you'll have more reason for people, more walk-through traffic, bringing more people onto this side of the Strip. And for people to come here and stay, meaning when I mean stay, actually like come stay at a Fontainebleau, stay at a Resorts World, stay at a Circus or whatever's going to be here, Sahara, etc. Even Wynn and Encore could be part of this side of the strip. And then you give people a reason to want to just stay on the north side and gamble on this side of the strip, eat on this side of the strip, not just go always towards Bellagio, Paris, etc. That's where they're gonna go. I see it every walk. Look at this. There's no action over here, so of course these hotels aren't gonna do good. Or as well as anything when you have right down the block some of the biggest resorts in the world. Bellagio, I call the queen of the strip. Caesars, I call the king. I believe everything really, the strip revolves around them. And then between Fontainebleau and Sahara, you have the old Wet n Wild site. I believe 2, maybe even 3 resorts were planned, talked about for that site, and nothing ever comes and starts being built. See the Sphere from over here too. So when you have this whole area built up and you have some dining, say like the boulevard that's being built across the street from Aria campus, I can see something like that here. With the overlook, you'll be able to see the Sphere, have some nice views looking that way. You need to put in money on this side of the strip. It took 15 years for Fontainebleau to open. You have one thing open 5 years, one thing open another 10. So now you don't get that push, you don't get that traction. But, so, I'll say about 20 years. And we're off. That's what it is too. If these bloggers that always constantly complain about Fontainebleau and Resorts World, which I'm not saying any of their points aren't valid or what they're talking about. You know, it's obviously some people that constantly talk about that. It's clickbait agenda. It's all about the views and clicks. And when you get that headlines of already a narrative you put out there about these hotels that are a narrative about Vegas, etc. If you ever say, oh, well, it's the north side, that's really never going to happen anytime soon. So you won't be able to complain about these hotels as much as you can if you just say, well, that's really the thing, because that's going to take a very long time to happen, and then you won't ever be able to make as much videos, complain as much, and get that ad revenue. Bloggers these days, content creators, you know, just because something's not a mainstream media, especially these days, don't always believe that as well, and what they're saying too. There are agendas there as well, whether they're making money off their ad revenue, or gaining more subscribers, or pushing things, or just a personal agenda. It's not even about money. Just that's their narrative. That's what they really truly believe. So they're going to keep saying it no matter what. And that was on cinematic again. What the hell? I actually have one of the first videos filming inside Fontainebleau for a content creator or whatever. I don't remember exactly the whole scenario, but I believe they were letting everyone in, content creators, people in at 12 o'clock that night So I know a lot of content creators and everything, they were here at midnight. But they were letting people, I think, just staying here, and you have to have some sort of reason to come here. I don't know, I could be a guest or invited. But I was walking past the hotel, it was like that afternoon, 3 or 4 in the afternoon. I'm like, you know what, screw it, let me see if they'll just let me walk in. Walked right in the front door, guy handed me a glass of champagne, started filming, nobody asked anything. I did see at some other areas where people walked in, they were telling them to leave, so I just got really lucky, filmed it, and that at that time was my top viewed video because I got it out first. I was one of the first ones out there. Now my channel was even smaller than it is right now. My channel is not even that big right now, but even then it was a lot smaller. So for that time, that many views I got at that small amount of time was pretty big for me. And even if my channel was a lot bigger, that video would have done a lot better. Coffee steak. That whole Tom Brady sports memorabilia exhibit museum is coming. I believe in a week or two, so I might do that. No, it's about, I think it's gonna be like 35 bucks and 30 for locals. You have a really nice food hall, decent options, breakfast spot over there, got a taco spot. Their Miami pizza, I've gotten a few slices from there. Definitely recommend Miami Slice. I think down below is a really nice entranceway as well. Area closed for a private event.
That's all I did. And then I got my list and everything.
Guys playing in the flowers. No, thank you. They still run over here and open the door for you, like old school Vegas. Now I do understand that you're probably able to a little bit more because, again, you don't have that much foot traffic coming in and out of these hotels. Majority of the traffic, people that are going in these hotels right now is actually staying here, especially these doors right here. The ones off the strip, potentially not. But compare that to the Bellagio front doors, Caesars front doors, Paris front doors. A lot of that is not just guests. They are walk-through traffic. And I understand you're not going to be able to hold the door open for everyone. Down to the right to me, you have this wall. And behind this wall, you used to have Wet and Wild. This is another area that's supposedly down the line, a hotel is going to be built. But as of right now, it's just a wall. And you know what? Who wants to walk past just a wall? When you have down the block, Bellagio, Paris, Cosmo, Aria, Planet Hollywood, Venetian, Palazzo, New York, MGM Grand. Oh my God. All of that. How do you compare? You can't. When I do come to this side of the strip, I'm usually parked at Sahara. or Circus, but usually Sahara. They both have free parking, but right now I'm at Resorts World. So we'll head back after I walk Sahara. Thinking about going down to Strat, but I'll do that in another video when I'm gonna actually soon go up to the top of the stratosphere, which I'm going to probably in a couple weeks. Right now it is 9 p.m. and 82 degrees out Fahrenheit. Whoa. Back in the day, there used to be a whole roller coaster that went along this hotel. Down there you have the Golden Steer, famous steakhouse. Sinatra, Presley, and others have booths there. Well, had booths there, and their name is still on it. Right here's the festival grounds I was talking about when we were young and other festivals go on. The same area that owns Circus Circus owns this land as well, and was also the spot of the El Rancho Hotel, the first hotel resort on the Las Vegas Strip. A lot of people out with their dogs over here. Alright, we are heading back to Resorts World. The world of resorts. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button. It does help. If you want, you can leave a comment, but please always try to be respectful with those comments and subscribe to the channel to stay Vegas ready. Put out mostly daily Las Vegas videos. Might not always be that way, and I know every video might not be for you, but I'm sure there is something. Come say hi over on my Instagram, _Vegas_ready_. My other two channels in my description as well. Vegas Ready Slots and The Nomadic Sapien. Super chats, monthly memberships are always welcome for donations, but if you can, just hit that like button, subscribe, share videos. It is greatly appreciated and greatly supports the channel. Best bagels in Vegas. Bagel Mania. I agree. I want to ride in one of those soon, the Zeus. Actually, I believe they're partnered with Resorts World. What I should do is go park at like Treasure Island where it's free. And walk down here. And then maybe take one of those back to Treasure Island. Alright, I am going to end this video here. You should know what to do, but if you don't, please hit that like button. It does help. If you want, subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you in the next video. And of course, thank you for exploring the Las Vegas Strip with me on this Wednesday night, June 2025, on the Las Vegas Strip. Thanks for watching. See you later. Remember, free parking, Resorts World. Come hang out. Oh yeah, one more thing. I just passed by some chick and she's handing out buy one, get one drinks or something along that line for Gatsby's Lounge. More hookups at Resorts World. Come through. Let's revitalize the north side of the Strip.